ring with it all. I've been in the ring with bigger fighters. I've been in the ring with pressure fighters. I've been in the ring with fighters that throw a lot of punches and use their jab. I've been in the ring with all of them, southpaws, orthodox, big, small, tall, medium. So I've been boxing for a long time.
I just feel like, I'm just a superior fighter. I feel like I'm going to break him physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. I'm just going to break his will.
Yeah, I know. Another Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford video. But you're going to be getting a lot of these until we get that fight. Hit that like button for your boy. Errol Spence Jr. Terence Bud Crawford had a sit down with PBC to rate each other's skills. And yeah, check out what each fighter had to say about each other. All right, let's see what they rate each other.
Probably like 7.
A 7?
6.
6? Now, I'll probably give Spence probably a 5 or 6 on footwork. I give Terence Crawford probably about an 8. An 8 on footwork.
3, 4.
3 or 4? 3 or 4? Like Terence Crawford is just simply a punch bag in the ring. Come on, Errol Spence, bro. We ain't gonna do that now.
6.
He gave Errol Spence a 6. Terence Crawford is giving a much more modest rating for his opponent in Errol Spence than Errol Spence is giving him. That's for damn sure.
Probably like 6.
I don't think Spence is being honest with his rating on Terence Bud Crawford. He gave him a 6 for power. Like Terence Crawford got pillows for fist. Now, I'm not saying a guy that punches at a 6 rating is a pillow-fisted fighter. But what I am saying is Terence Crawford is arguably one of the best finishers in the sport. He obviously hurts guys to get him out of there, right?
I ain't never really felt his power, so it's kind of hard to rate somebody's power. I would say 7.
Terence Crawford gave Errol Spence a 7 for power. Errol Spence isn't quite crushing guys or running guys out of the ring like Terence Crawford is. However, he does beat guys up with a lot of volume. So I guess I'll probably give Spence, me personally, I'll probably give him an 8. And I'll probably give Crawford about an 8 as well. Their power is a little different. I'm not sure, right? Because when you just standing there like a punch bag, of course you're gonna get lumped up if somebody's pounding on you for 4 or 5 rounds. I mean, that's just what's gonna happen. So yeah, Terence Crawford is being a little bit more realistic and a little bit more honest with his assessment of Errol Spence Jr.
I believe he's quicker more than he is faster, but I say probably like 6, 7.
Another 6 or 7. Errol Spence don't think Terence Crawford is as good as they say, clearly, right? 6 or 7 for speed. He's more quicker than he is faster. I'm not quite sure, right? I mean, look, Terence Bud Crawford, I never seen him get outsped by anybody. Not even the fast punching Amir Khan was able to, outspeed Crawford. Maybe Crawford's timing is just that damn good. But a speed of 6 or 7, I'll probably give Crawford a welterweight version of Crawford. I'll probably give him, to be fair, I'll probably give him about an 8. An 8, maybe a 7.5.
5.
Bud Crawford gave Spence a 5 in the speed department. Look, man, Errol Spence isn't, in my opinion, the fastest welterweight by any means. He's probably one of the slowest when we're talking about the top of the top welterweights. I don't think Errol Spence has a lot of speed. I give him about a 4 in speed rating. 5 is fair though.
Probably like a 4.
So Terence Crawford just be getting wobbled and rocked all across the ring. Every time he fights somebody, we can expect him to have Bambi legs in the ring, right? I mean, Crawford be reeling backwards. He's getting pushed back by guys all the time. He's getting hit upside his head, and he's wobbling around the ring. I mean, look, according to Errol Spence, Terence Crawford can't take a punch at all. He has the Chuck Liddell chin on him. He has that Amir Khan chin on him, according to Errol Spence.
7.
Bud gives Spence a 7 for his punch resistance. We never really seen Spence hurt too much in fights. You know, all fighters get hurt. Some are better at hiding and masking it, things of that nature, right? So I say that's about right. Maybe even a little higher, you know, but how many punchers have Spence actually fought, right? How many guys that can actually crack? How many guys that's going to actually land that punch in the right spot did Spence face? We haven't seen him face too many of these guys.
He trained in Colorado Springs, so I mean, I give him. He got a great, like probably like 7 or 8.
7 or 8 for conditioning for Terence Crawford. I never seen Bud Crawford tied in a fight. Have you? I ain't never seen it. Never seen it. No matter which fight he in, no matter who he's fighting, I never seen Terence Bud Crawford tired. Terence Bud Crawford is notoriously known as a gym rat and a dude that trains all year round.
9.
So Crawford gave Spence a 9 in conditioning. As we know, Errol Spence gets strong as the fight goes. I never seen Spence tied in a fight neither. So yeah, he trains down there in Oak Cliff and Inferno in Texas. Terence Crawford likes to train in the mountains of Colorado Springs. 2 totally different environments, right? But Terence Crawford, man, I never seen him tied in a fight. I never seen him tied in a fight, and I never seen Spence tied in a fight. In my opinion, both guys at the very least, should get a 9 for their conditioning.
8.
Spence don't want to give Crawford no high numbers at all. I'm surprised he gave him an 8 for the ring IQ. I think Crawford's ring IQ is extremely high. He's probably one of the smartest fighters in the game today, right? If we want to pass down a ring IQ torch from Floyd Mayweather, who would he hand it to next, right? Who would he hand it to? SOG is retired now, so he can't hand it to SOG Andre Ward. Who is he going to hand it to? Well, he likely to hand it to a guy named Terence Bud Crawford, right? I think Terence Bud Crawford ring IQ was at 9 at the least, right?
9.
Bud gave Errol Spence a 9 in ring IQ. I think somebody is overrating somebody, and I think somebody is underrating somebody, right, in this particular interview. I mean, Errol Spence Jr. gave Terence Crawford the lowest score that he could possibly give him, and Terence Crawford gave Spence the highest score that he could possibly give him. That's just what it's looking like to me.
0.5.
Boy. I didn't know Errol Spence was such a hater. He gave Crawford a 0.5 for his resume. Even though they both share, both of their 2 toughest opponents at welterweight, they share the common opponents in Sean Porter and Kell Brook. And yet and still, Crawford's resume is 0.5. Like Crawford didn't fight an X amount of undefeated guys that didn't know how to lose. Like Crawford didn't fight a bunch of Olympic caliber fighters that didn't know how to lose. I mean, I'm really appalled by Errol Spence's hating. Not his rating, his hating. He gave Crawford a 0.5 in resume. I mean, come on, bro. Like, you came on other interviews with this same outfit on, actually, and said that Crawford fought great competition. So what's really good, Errol?
7.
Now, is Bud Crawford hating by giving Spence a 7 for his resume rating? I give Spence an 8 for his resume, right? I'll give Spence an 8. Even though they share 2 of the common opponents in Sean Porter and Kell Brook. Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia and a few other guys that's notable in the sport of boxing. So you have to give him no less than an 8 as far as the resume. Stars aligned for Errol Spence as far as getting the right opponents to face him. It wasn't that quite the same for Terence Bud Crawford. You know, maybe guys seen something in Spence they felt they could exploit. But when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford, well, we heard the stories and the narratives back in the day. Oh, well, he ain't this, that. Well, it was all kinds of stuff for guys to avoid facing a guy like Terence Crawford. However, they was banging on that door to fight Errol the Truth Big Fish Spence Jr. So yes, his resume is better when we looking at quality names, right? Names of guys that we should be familiar with. But realistically, if you look a little deeper, Terence Crawford's resume isn't as bad as they say, right? Even Errol Spence himself came out and said he fought great competition. Now, after seeing how this thing played out with the ratings and the scores, right? Errol Spence Jr. seemed to think very little of Terence Bud Crawford's talent, right? But then again, you hear him on other interviews, he really thinks highly of Terence Bud Crawford. So who knows what the angle is here for the big fish. But in summary, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford's footwork. Spence got Crawford footwork at a 7. Crawford got Spence footwork at a 6. For defense, Crawford got Spence at a 6. Spence got Crawford at a 3.5. Yeah, that's right. So Crawford be getting punched, lumped up. He get caught with everything. Every time he steps in the ring, he's getting his ass kicked. Even though Terence Crawford got hit least out of all the welterweights. So I'm not quite sure where Errol Spence getting his rating barometer from. Then we got power. Crawford gives Spence a 7.0. Spence gives Crawford a 6. I have no arguments. For the speed, Crawford gives Spence a 5. I would agree. Maybe even a little lower. Spence isn't the twitchiest guy in the welterweight division. He gives Crawford a 6.5. I'll probably give Crawford a welterweight Crawford. I'll probably give him about 7.5, maybe 8. We're going to see how Crawford looks July 29th, right? Punch resistance. Crawford gave Spence a 7. I think Spence should get about an 8. 7 is fair. But he gave Crawford a 4.0. Almost like Crawford just can't take a punch. Almost like if the wind blows too hard, Crawford's getting knocked out. He's buzzed. He's stunned. Absolutely crazy. Conditioning. Crawford gave Spence a 9. Rightfully so. But Spence gave Crawford a 7.5. Are we kidding? Errol Spence Jr., bro. Your scores is borderline hater, right? Borderline hating rating, right? Come on, bro. Crawford, a 7.5 in conditioning. We never seen Bud Crawford huffing and puffing in fights. We seen Bud Crawford go all full 11, 12 rounds and still stop a guy. So his power carries throughout the duration of the fight. His stamina is going to be there. Just like Spence. Both guys definitely don't have conditioning issues. Ring IQ. Crawford gave Spence a very, very generous rating of 9. I'm not quite sure if Crawford thought this was a 1 through 20 rating score or something, but he gave Spence a 9 in the ring IQ. I believe that is extremely high for Errol Spence. I'm not saying he's an idiot fighter, but I think ring IQ, I think that 9 rating should go to a guy like Terence Crawford, right? Maybe, now if you ask me what I give Spence, I'll probably give him about a 7.5 for ring IQ. And then he gives Crawford an 8.0. I ain't gonna argue that, right? I think a 9 is more suitable for Terence Crawford, who is regarded as the smartest fighter in boxing today, right? I don't want to say it like that, but if you, like I said before, if you was to tell Mayweather to pass the ring IQ torch down, who would he pass it to? And then we got resume, the argument that everybody loves to talk about. I mean, Crawford gave Spence a 7. I think Spence should get an 8, but a 7 is fair. But Spence gave Crawford a 0.5. I mean, Spence had a whole full cold glass of haterade before he sat down and did this interview. 0.5, bro. You couldn't even give him a 6. You gave him a 0.5. I think Errol Spence was low-key trolling when they was asking him these questions. But yeah, the overall average for Errol Spence as far as skill rating is a 7.0, and the overall average for Terence Crawford is a 5.4. I mean, we're looking at this, right? If you didn't know nothing about boxing and you saw these ratings and you just saw it, you would have thought that Terence Crawford still absolutely no chance, and what in the hell are we doing even talking about this fight? But yeah, you guys, salute to PBC for putting all this together, right? Salute to Showtime, everybody involved. Look, man, I can't wait to see this fight. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. We got about a month out, like a little bit more than a month out till this thing happens. And yeah, there's going to be a lot more happening for the weeks to come. But yeah, you guys, tell me what you guys think about the ratings the fighters gave each other. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.